everyone, I'm Janet with Radiant Realty, brokered by eXp Realty, your Montana realtor. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and stay a while. And also, while you're at it, go ahead and hit that notification bell. That way you'll get notified when new videos drop. So today, I just wanted to take a moment and create a video with some house packing tips for you. I am a real estate agent, but I've actually, in my 23 years of marriage, we have moved 13 times, all without professional help. So I have a little bit of experience in this aspect as well. So this time we just moved a few months ago. I thought it would be a lot of fun to kind of keep some notes and maybe film a little bit here and there as I could. It's a little chaotic when you're moving. So anyways, I just thought it would be fun to share this with you. So let's dive in, and hopefully some of these are helpful. If you have additional tips or tricks that you have used, please leave them in the comments below. If you have questions on anything, go ahead and leave those in the comments below as well. I would love to answer those for you. Also, if you are looking to buy or sell a property or home here in Montana, definitely reach out. I would love to help you with that. All right, let's get into it. All right, so your very first step when you're starting to consider selling your home, have talked to an agent, hopefully it's me, but if not, wherever you are, whoever that is, once you've done that, your next step is going to be to kind of sit down and just start planning out your move and how you're going to do that. Okay, so in the planning phase, you're just going to start thinking about what supplies you're going to need. For us, I had heard about this tip for labeling boxes. We actually had some friends that had moved recently, so we were able to collect all of their boxes, which is great. Highly suggest if you are able to look on Facebook or Craigslist or somewhere, obviously make sure that you're safe when you're doing that. But even stores, I've heard that liquor stores are a great place to go get boxes because they're kind of that perfect size. So hunting around grocery stores, that sort of thing, a lot of times they will give you their boxes. But then as far as labeling goes, if you're getting boxes from a friend and they've already been written on, I heard about this trick where people use Post-it notes, and each different room was a different color Post-it. So then you could just label it with what was inside the box, if you wanted to or not, and just put that color Post-it on the box. So I thought that sounded like a lot of fun, and I actually did that. However, for us, it probably wasn't ideal just because this is our 13th move. So our house size has grown over the years and our items have grown over the years. Even though with moving that much, I do feel like we purged a lot. But with that many rooms, you can see here in this little layout of, it was hard for me to find that many different colored Post-it notes. I ended up having to go to some different sizes and get creative with that. And also I didn't love having to tape them on as much each side of the box, which you still have to write on each side. I don't know. With a smaller home or an apartment or something, this might work wonderfully. Otherwise, you could just write on the box. I just don't like having to bend down and write awkwardly on the box either. That's not my favorite thing. So that is up to you. If you do decide to go the Post-it route, that sounds fun to you. Basically what we did is, so you put whatever room color on the box, and then you just make kind of like a reference sheet. If you have people helping you move, and you put those up, we put 3 up, I think 1 downstairs, 1 upstairs, and 1 in the garage or something, so that anybody moving can just take a quick look at that sheet and know where to take the box. So there you have it. The other thing is for packing your closet. If you're just going across town, you may not even need to do this, but if you are going on a longer move and you're going to be putting your clothes into a moving truck or something, this might be helpful rather than buy a bunch of wardrobe bags or throw your clothes into boxes. If you want to buy a wardrobe box, that's great. Those work wonderfully. If you want to save a little bit of money, you can just buy some of the big black trash bags. And then I just kind of talk about it here. You can watch this little clip and see what we did with that. Just kind of opened the trash bags. I took scissors and just cut out the top. You can also just probably punch your hand right through there. So you can see it's got that little cutout. So now we're just going to pull my hand through that hole, take it over. So I have kind of the bigger wooden hangers. So I'm doing about 8. With this one, if you have the smaller hangers, you can probably do more than that. And then I just put it right over the top, just like a wardrobe bag, but without the expensive wardrobe bag. Then you can just hang them back up. And once you have that, then you can just, these are longer dresses. I'm gonna shove them up in and just kind of pull the strings to keep them all nice and tidy in there, and tie it at the bottom. And then also for planning, you also just want to decide how you're going to pack your dishes and valuables, glass things. If you have a lot of those items, definitely kind of take note of that, mental note, before you go shopping. Okay, so the next step is to collect your supplies. So you've done your planning, you know what supplies you need. So call some friends, look on Facebook, Craigslist, that sort of thing to see who has what, and then head to the store, Walmart, Home Depot, some office supply store. They all have kind of the packing materials. I think Walmart's probably the cheapest, and they have a great selection, at least ours did anyway. You've got the small, medium, large boxes, you've got the packing paper, you have the little foam pieces for in between dishes, the plates if you want to use those, of course bubble wrap, all of that stuff. I picked up extra scissors and still was missing some of those, so I suggest picking up a few pair of scissors. Also multiple things of packing tapes. You can have people helping you out, and somehow those always just get misplaced. And also some Sharpies to write on the boxes or the Post-it notes as needed. Okay, so you've collected your supplies, you've got your plan. Next up, you should probably schedule whoever is going to help you move, even if you don't have professional help, which we never did. You want to schedule your moving truck, you want to schedule your friends. Say, hey, who can come out and help me on this day, please? We'll buy you pizza and beer and stuff. So definitely get those scheduled. And then also this one I did not do for the first 12 moves. It was on the 12th move that I decided this was mandatory next time, no matter what. I hired a cleaning person to come and clean once we were all moved out, and I highly, highly, highly recommend that. I know it's never fun to spend that extra money, but just that's always one of the most stressful points in the move, and just being able to just move out and have somebody that you know is going to come back and clean. For me, it was really on the 12th move. I had teenagers and my husband. To be honest, I was really frustrated with the lack of help with that. And in their mind, it wasn't important, but it really is important when you move. You need to leave that house in clean condition for the next people coming in. That is really on you and part of your responsibility. So not everybody always sees eye to eye on that. So if you can, hire a cleaner. You will thank me later. Get that scheduled as soon as possible. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do is start purging. If you have time. If you don't have time, just skip this step. If you do have time, it's great to do. Just start sorting everything that you don't need anymore, take it to donation, drop it off, and let somebody else have that, and it's a few less things that you have to pack. When it comes to packing boxes, hopefully when you're shopping, you found some that have handles already, but if not, don't worry about it. You can make handles yourself. Just make them when you're going to take the box before you start packing it. It's so much easier, and then it's so much easier after the fact to lift and carry and just transport it. So after that, the part that is always tricky for me with moving is you have all this time, but you're like, I don't know what I can pack. What can I pack that I don't actually need? So a great place to start is with all of your wall decor. So start taking your photos, your frames, pictures, all of that down, and then you can spackle and you can do the touch-up paint. Plenty. You can do it months in advance if you wanted to, because while it's nice to have, it's not something that you're using every day. Also, your knickknacks, bookshelves. If you do have bookshelves and you're going to have bookshelves at your next house and you kind of want them laid out the same, be sure you take a picture of what they look like before you start removing everything from them. That will help you a lot later. Unless you're just amazing at decorating, then no problem. But if you're like me and you had to rearrange your bookshelves too many times to count before I actually got them right, take a picture so that you don't have to go through all of that again. And then as far as your picture frames go, if you can buy a box that perfectly fits them, that's great. We just kind of lucked out. Our hanger box actually fit our square picture frames perfectly. If you can arrange them upright, that's going to protect them a lot better. Just wrap the bubble wrap, stack them in upright, and just don't leave a lot of extra wiggle room and space. That should help keep them from breaking. For books, definitely use a small box, or another thing you can do is use a small suitcase or a big suitcase. They're on wheels, so just pack it full of your books, roll it on out. That'll be an easy one and save you on boxes. Another thing you can pack pretty early, and another thing that I highly recommend packing, is a box that says unpack this box first and is clearly labeled or marked or just looks entirely different than the rest. This box, I'm going to just let you watch this clip of when we were moving in and I was unpacking it to kind of see what's inside. But I'll also write a little list and put that there for your reference point, or maybe a link to it in the description box below for you. Okay, so in my unpack first box, I have some dishwasher tabs, coffee cups with lids, paper plates, coffee filters, plastic silverware, toilet paper, definitely need that. Some hand towels. I have dish soap for all of the bathrooms and then also for the kitchen. Laundry detergent, just a little bag of that. Some cleaning supplies. Paper towels, always need those. Box of Kleenex. Some napkins. Clorox wipes, because when you enter a new house, this one has been, they cleaned it well, but I still like to go back through and just do a quick clean before putting all of our stuff in. And then just a cookie pan, cutting board, bath towels, and I also brought some bath rugs. My friend packed this for me. She helped me. She put our Vinsanto in here for celebrating, so that's a good idea. Small frying pan, and a couple washcloths. So I would add scissors to this for sure, because a lot of times you need those. But leave comments below if you think of something else that should be in the unpack first box. All right, so in addition to the unpack first box, you might also want to do an overnight bag. Again, one of those small suitcases or a large suitcase can come in handy here. And just pack like you're going to stay at a hotel for the night or for the week. And then you have your clothes that you would need and toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, toiletries, all that sort of stuff. And you know right where to find it when you get moved in. Okay, so the next step is meal prep for the week before. Honestly, I feel like start cleaning your fridge out and using everything up in there. I mean, obviously you're not using up your condiments and that sort of thing, but all of your food that would go bad, I would start using it up a couple weeks before. That last week, despite my best efforts and plans, I don't know what happens, but I don't have time to be cooking. So just clean out your fridge beforehand, don't worry about it, and then just order in pizza or salads or whatever it is that you eat, and just have a runner or do DoorDash or something of that nature. So it's just one less thing that you have to think about and clean out your fridge when it's time to actually have moving day. All right, and from here on out, it's just all out madness. So once you're to that week before and you just start packing everything, it's just chaos everywhere, and I have not found a way around that. Also, I feel like we are always short on time. So I don't know what the answer to that is. If anybody has figured that out, please put it in the comments below for people. My only thought is just in your mind, say you have to move a day before you have to move and be ready. I still don't know if that would help, because I just always feel like when it's down to the wire, and there's always those items that you're just randomly throwing in the truck that aren't in a box and are just left. So if that is you, don't be too hard on yourself. I think it's pretty normal. Anybody that I've talked to is just nods and is like, yep, yeah, experienced that. But if it's not you and you figured out a way around that, please, please, please comment below and let us all in on your secret. All right, that is all I have for you guys this week. Have an amazing week. I will see you next time.